Life is weird. I want to talk about memories because I was going to come on here and tell you guys about a experience that my grandparents had and my dad back in the 70s, I think it was. Anyway, so that's what I originally was going to do, and I went over to talk to my sister briefly, and I brought it up. And it's funny, memories. My sister and I have heard this story many times throughout our lifetime because it was a pretty freaky situation that my grandparents went through, and my dad especially. His situation, which, changed a lot at my grandparents' house afterwards. Needless to say, memories are very funny in and that if you've heard and experienced many times throughout your life, sometimes other people end up being the one that experienced it because it affected them. And it's funny, it's like, that it wasn't, like I know that it was my dad and my grandma and grandpa. And yet there's other things that are attached to it, to that memory, that other people think it was them that had it happen, and that it's just funny. Memories are very strange, and they can get really fucked up. And the thing about it is, it's not like people are lying. What it is that your mind doesn't know the difference between a dream and reality. And if something that you hear many times that you can visualize and picture happening to you can all of a sudden become your experience, because say you visualized it so many times in your mind until you feel like it was you. Now my sister and I, we do that a lot. We have a lot of overlapping because we are very close. And so sometimes memories that I swear were mine, she will swear are hers, and that it was her, not me. And I used to get upset when I was younger because I'm like, why are you trying to steal this? Why are you doing that? Like everything, it's like, that's what it felt like. I'm the younger. So it always felt like she was just trying to steal my shit, all the time. So I just, yeah, it doesn't mean shit, whatever. I'm saying that because if it ever happens to you where you have like a person, sibling or otherwise, that are like, nah, it wasn't you, and you guys are mad at each other because of differing memories, or you swear it was you that did this and it wasn't the other person, and da 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 da. Don't get mad. Just understand that you are just taking in information. And if you are an especially visual person, like I am, and like my sister is, and pretty much my whole family, sometimes you literally own the experience. It becomes part of you. And so much so that you've written it into your story, your life story, and it becomes yours. It's not you being a liar. It's not the other person trying to fuck with you or take everything or take something from you, or anything else. And you know what? Maybe nobody else has ever been in this situation. Maybe none of you will have any idea what I'm talking about when it comes to memories. Maybe this is specifically just my family. I don't think so, but you know what? Hey, maybe nobody else ever has anything like this happen where they're like, no, I'm sure I know this about myself and blah, blah, blah. Of course you do. You know about yourself. But unless you have somebody else who might have been there, to counter or say, no, it wasn't you that this happened to, it was me, type of thing. Anyway, not really going anywhere. I'll tell you the story about my grandparents in a second.